Good morning, Monarchs. Hi, my name is Mary Young, and I work in the advancement office. And from the new teacher game at the last rally, everyone knows that it's where you do not get your advanced classes, right? It's where you get what? Snacks. Yes. But most importantly, the advancement office raises money for your programs and scholarships, and we stay connected with all of the alumni. So good. Now, all of you over there who said snacks, get one snack today. Over here too. I'm grateful to have been invited to share my personal stories and advice with you today in relation to our liturgical theme song, Change the World. At every assembly last year, I enjoyed each speech and asked myself right over there what I would have shared. Then I'd picture myself at this podium, and it sounded exciting, but I thought there was no way I would stand in front of 1,700 students and my peers, because they are smarter than me. But I knew I had something of my own to share. My heart literally has been on fire since I've been at Mitty, and I've had hoped for this opportunity, and I'm grateful to be given this chance to share my own experiences about how I'm changing the world. Change the world. Wow, that for me just seems so overwhelming. And some of you might be thinking, I need more time to work towards this. I need more experience, a higher education, more money, then I can have the means to change the world, right? Well, no, that is not true. So let's break it down. Each of us has the ability within ourselves, even at this moment, with what you already know and what you have inside of you, to change the world. It's your heart, your soul, your passion for something, your kindness, your love, and your struggles that can change the world, one person at a time, and one moment at a time. It's your light that you want to shine that will benefit others. If you follow your heart and what excites you and what keeps you up at night, which I did the other night, what motivates you and makes you and others feel really good, and you guys are really good at that, that's your light. So let your light shine. Paige Ashton, where are you? So Paige, class of 2020, said the simple things she does to change the world one person at a time is to treat others the way she wants to be treated. Thank you for that. Luca Felice, 2020, there you are, says, I just smile and be kind, and I like to think that kindness is more contagious than anything else. So maybe if I hold the door open for somebody, someone else might do the same. Emma Skeet, a member of my life team last year in class of 2019, said that she changes the world by having patience with people. And that's good advice, especially for a mom of 3. The more patience you have with people and yourself, the more relaxed and happy you will be. So simple, right? Yet powerful. Sophomores, juniors, seniors, you may not realize this, but you let your light shine brightly in this gym at the last rally. And when you passed around the P-A-R-T-Y, party, all the time cheer, which I love, and you threw it over to the freshmen, to everyone's surprise, our awesome freshmen immediately picked it up and knew the words and hand motions and threw it right back to the juniors and continued the momentum. And you solidified your bond with the rest of the school. And at that moment, the coolest thing happened. All the upperclassmen roared and cheers for the freshmen. I felt your light. I was crying right back there. And the freshmen picked it up, and it was all because the rest of you shared your light. But sometimes it can be hard to let your light shine, especially when self-doubt creeps in. Your ego, overthinking, fears, worries, and past mistakes. What if you're so overwhelmed by doubts and fears that it's like a cloud dimming your light? How do you overcome your light so you can always continue to shine? Well, 2 years ago, I had a paradigm shift that has helped me to worry less, trust more, and let go of the things I couldn't control, and have faith in God's plan for me. And this understanding has led me on the path towards what I believe in my heart at that time was my life purpose. It was mentioned in today's gospel. Jesus said, "Have faith in God. Whoever does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will happen, it will be done for him. Therefore I tell you, all that what you ask for in prayer, believe that you will receive it, and it will be yours." Ask, believe, and receive. So one day, in January of 2017, I woke up feeling a lack of purpose, and I felt sadness and loneliness in my heart that I had never felt before. I'm generally a pretty happy person. I didn't know why I was feeling this way because life was good, and I did everything I set my mind to do. I graduated from college. I had a great job at Apple. I got married and had 3 wonderful boys. And my extended family was large and tight-knit. And I had amazing friends. But still, at that moment in my life, I felt like something was missing. Maybe it was because I was at my job for too long, and I no longer was learning or growing. Maybe because I stopped dancing, which was a passion of mine. Maybe life was becoming too routine. But I became to realize what was missing in me was my purpose in life. At Apple, as a company, we were literally changing the world. But for myself, what was I doing to make a direct and one-on-one, more personal impact on people's lives? Well, lucky for me, sometimes the universe presents you with exactly what you needed at the time. So in July of 2017, well, this isn't the good part, but I was faced with a choice to move to Austin, Texas, and keep my job or be laid off after 16 years. My husband and I decided against moving to Austin, and suddenly my life was changing. I was sad, scary, but very excited. I decided to look at this change as an opportunity, and I came to realize that rejection is redirection. And some of you have heard that from me from my BC last year. To redirect myself to living my passion, a good friend told me first to write down everything I wanted in my dream job. Then I read it every morning and every night. I wanted to work with a supportive team. I wanted to plan events. I wanted to work with youth and help them navigate through life. And I needed to find a way to pay for a Catholic education for my 3 boys. And I even threw in a wild card because it was my passion. I wanted to dance or teach dance. Then I visualized how it would feel to actually get that job and what it looked like. And the most important step was to believe as if I had already received that job. So my friend was guiding me in practicing the law of attraction, but essentially I was putting into practice what Jesus was teaching: ask, believe, and receive. I began to experience many synchronicities and signs from God that I was on the right path. Synchronicity is like when you think about calling a friend, but she calls you first at that moment. Or when you miss your husband who is on a business trip and your wedding song comes on the radio. Or when you and your best friend text each other at the same time about the same thing. Has that ever happened to you? That's synchronicity. When you pray for something you want, you're allowing God to support you. And sometimes he sends the right people to show up in your lives to help direct you on your path, which is what happened to me. When I told a friend what I had on my list, he said, "You have to start applying it to the Catholic high schools, like Mitty." And it was great advice from a friend who is now a Mitty alumnus. So I looked at Catholic high schools' websites every day, and I love the story, but there are no positions that interested me or would be a good fit. I kept looking, but then found nothing. So I got frustrated and stopped looking. Then one day I started again, got frustrated again, and yelled out, and I really did this, I yelled out loud, "Angels, I just need one job for me to apply to that I can really do. I really, really want this. I really wanted a job at Mitty. Then I slammed my MacBook screen down, and I went off to bed discouraged. But the very next morning, I heard my angel, Uncle Bobby, who my brothers and I call our career angel. I heard his voice that morning, and he said, "Mary Jo," that's my childhood nickname, "look at the job sites now, do it now." And the thing was, I was late for an appointment, and I said, "No, I can't do it right now, I have to go, I'm always late." But the feeling persisted and insisted, so I logged on, and to my amazement, there on the Mitty website was a job posting for Assistant to the Office of Advancement. I had to think and take a double look. I was in disbelief, but there it was. Exactly what I asked God for. And it turned out that everything that I was looking for was in my job at Mitty. Sorry. I came prepared. Okay. So I applied that day, and in a few days, I received a call from Mrs. Kelly Rodman. And I can't tell you how excited I was. I kept faith that I was going to get the job no matter what. And a few days later, I got the final call from Mrs. Mary Ann Prescott for a final interview with Mr. Tim Brosnan. I was at my son's field trip at a mosque because I was laid off and I could do whatever I wanted. And I prayed for the call, and it came, and the rest is history. I met with Tim, and I felt true excitement as I walked into his office like a giddy little girl, and we talked, and he offered me the job, which was completely unexpected because I'd been working in recruiting for years, and I never offered a job at an interview, and so I was extremely grateful and surprised. And immediately I told him I was all in for Monarch Madness. I would do anything you wanted. Remember, dancing was on my list, on my wish list. So, and miraculously, the other 5 wishes on the list were also all opportunities I was able to have here at Mitty, including helping and teaching students through challenges and joys in their lives through Life Team. And my oldest son, who worked hard to make this goal happen, is a Mitty Monarch, the best manifestation yet. He's up there somewhere as a freshman. Where is he? That's okay. In a few more years, I hope to have his 2 brothers here too. Keep your fingers crossed. So you can see, once I opened to God's plan for me and was ready to receive, the blessings and changes started to happen in my life. Little by little, synchronicities, miracles, answers to my prayers manifested and happened. I received so many synchronicities that I know being here is where I was meant to be. Because I asked for what was in my heart, I believed in God's plan for me, and I was ready to receive what was meant for me. By learning what drives me and pursuing my passions, I'm able to share the light inside of me, to let it shine and hopefully make a difference. And I encourage all of you to fill your cup. Do what excites your soul. Be grateful, and that is a key ingredient in this. Be grateful for the blessings you have at the moment, and take care of yourself. Change the world for others and take every opportunity to show kindness and love. For you may be the answers to another person's prayers. Be the light for their darkness that they've been looking for. For we are all here to learn life lessons, to grow, and to heal our wounds. You never know who needs to hear your story in order to understand and get through theirs, and someone who can relate and give them hope. Sometimes all we need is for someone to listen and acknowledge our feelings and know that we are not alone. So thank you. I'm grateful for this opportunity to share with you and to manifest my dreams here in the Mitty community. I hope I've given you useful tools to add to your survival toolbox, to change the world so that you can use your light within you to change the world for others. So, Monarchs, what are you waiting for? It's time to change the world. Thank you.